to know about the clitoris. Just an observation. Coming to the stage. No pressure. Coming to the stage next, she started her comedy career earlier this year, and to warm up, she took a cold shower and danced naked for an hour in her apartment. Wow. Yeah. When I do that, my boyfriend tells me to move out of the way of the TV. Give it up for Rachel Kaftan!
I mean, all you gotta do is get her a vibrator for Christmas. It's not that hard. Okay, hi guys. So I recently found out that I have OCD. Wow, do you have OCD or do you just support mental illness? Both? Okay, I see why you're at a comedy show then. That's the place to be. But yeah, like most people seem to do in Los Angeles, I actually diagnosed myself by listening to a podcast. But I think I can really claim my self-diagnosis because unlike most of you podcast listeners, at the ad break, I actually called BetterHelp 10 times. And on the 10th call, they suggested that I should stop being obsessed with having obsessive compulsive disorder, which was the exact confirmation I needed. So. Lots of people, they toss around OCD as if it's this actually like great thing to have because they're like, oh, it's all about hygiene. It's all about being this organized perfectionist, which just makes OCD sound like it's some like fantasy disorder meant for Disney princesses. Like before I knew more, I always had this visual of OCD, like a woman with OCD just being Snow White singing to the seven dwarves, like, my little minions. I'm not an opera singer, okay? Time to get in a straight line and don't step on any cracks. Why are all your hats mismatched? Like I just thought it was something. I just thought it was a disorder that was like innocent, cute, and fucking anal. But then after listening to this podcast, I learned what OCD actually is, and it's basically just having a lot of intrusive thoughts that make you do strange things, which forced me to come to some crazy realizations, where I was like, oh, so it's not necessary to avoid freeways out of fear that I will unlock my own door and roll onto traffic? It's not normal to wipe my butt every time I pee just in case there was poop? There's no such thing as a lucky number? Are you kidding me? That one blew my mind because lucky numbers were my compass as a small, anxious child. Like I had this whole ritual with the number 7. Every time my family and I would go downstairs to watch something in our TV room, I would first have to slam the door and then knock on it 7 times. I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, of course, blink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we can watch The Iron Giant. The worst part of this is that no one thought that behavior was wrong. And I come from a family of licensed therapists. Yeah, the only reason I can think of for why they didn't like flag that shit is because they chalked it up to my other OCD, only child disorder. Yeah, because let's face it, okay, only children are a bizarre breed. And I was no exception to that. Like most kids with siblings, they grow up doing normal things like, I don't know, building Legos and going to pool parties and pulling at people's hair without their consent. Like, okay, I grew up with a sheer joy for 3 things. The Diary of Anne Frank, my cousin, Andrew, because he was sexy, thank you. I love the applause for my incestuous thoughts as a 6-year-old. And pregnancy. Not the baby, mind you, just the belly, which was so bizarre. Like, there were many nights when I would lay awake in my bed and wait for the clock to turn to 10:10, lucky number, so I could be like, 10:10, make a wish. I wish I see a pregnant woman tomorrow, and I wish my mom gets pregnant again, and I wish that someday I can be pregnant. And there were also many summers when I would hide black watermelon seeds in my mom's salads, just hoping it would sprout a fetus. But then in 5th grade, I learned that one needs a penis to create a baby, which extra stumped me because I have 2 moms. Yeah, I remember the day when I found out, and I was just like walking through that playground thinking I was the fucking Messiah, just like gliding in that sandbox like, I think I am a miracle. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of friends back then. But yeah, I have 2 moms. They're here tonight. And the rest of my family is also gay, besides my cousin Andrew, which is why I was #obsessed. Not compulsively. But I have many aunties who are my mom's exes. I have a number of non-binary polyamorous relatives, mouthful. They all live in Portland. Yeah, and I do know my donor dad, who actually jizzed into a turkey baster to create me. With the helping hand of gay porn. Yeah. Sometimes I think about that, like my origin story, like my dad walks out of the bathroom, my moms take the hot, steamy turkey baster, Joni Mitchell is already blasting, they start aiming it up my birth mom's hole, and my dad's just in a corner voguing like, yes, mother's work. You know, thinking about it, it makes sense that no one really clocked my earliest signs of OCD, because they probably just thought it was me expressing myself. Like, there I am knocking 7 times. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rah, 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 rah. Maybe I was born this way. And my moms are just like, wow, she's so not afraid to be who she is. Thank you guys. I'm Rachel Kaftan.
Keep it going for Rachel, the gay miracle baby. I love that. But that OCD shit, listen, Anne Frank.